I'm going to start again to share something where everybody can see. Because for most, from you wake up, our daily life, our terrestrial life is given, attention is given to the demands of the day and the state of personhood. It happens. This thing has to be done, so on, and then I'll make a time. Maybe I'll sit and watch a satsang, and then I'll do this and so. It's easy for that. I don't blame. It's easy. It's there. It happens very easy. And until it really sprouts as trouble, where your mind, time to go to bed, you can't sleep. Or there's always this commentary going on in your head. And you realize, no, this is not healthy. And you can't turn it off. And pills are not helping. And you're driven to a state of some desperateness. Sometimes this is what it takes to trigger that urge within the fire to say, no, it's unbearable. My mind is unbearable in this way. And you must recognize that that unbearableness is an offering from the divine. To look. I've really pushed the boat really out there for a moment. If thoughts are strong for you, and the feeling and a state of confusion is recognized, and doing every technique to try and pacify and to harmonize is not working, I said, I say, my Sangha, that stop trying to be a traffic policeman in your own head. Just let it run. Don't try to control anything for a moment. And just be aware. Okay, it feels like this. Babaji say, just let it just be. Just be aware of it for the moment. Like this thing, and you should do this, and then this other thing come, and then something painful come up. But it's almost we are fixed into this kind of connection with your thoughts. And hear my voice when I tell you, it's okay. Just let that. That's probably the force or momentum of habits just going like that. But you just be aware of it. Because without you, none of this can exist. Without you, the world you see cannot exist. You don't realize that the world you see is born out of your own mind. You may say, but they see the world too, but not like you. Your worldview is a uniquely subjective perspective, and it's always changing. Even the idea you have about yourself is always changing. But all of that is visible to the place I'm pointing you. To just be aware of your thoughts and emotions and the suggestions and attachments as they come up. Be aware of them, just be aware of them. But also be aware that you are chosen to be detached from the seeing. So you're not judging, not dismissing, but not engaging, not logging into the energy of what you see or experience. You with me on this? This is a simple thing now. I'm just showing you the way back to yourself, your eternal self. The thoughts, because you have nothing in this world to conquer more than your mind. You have nothing in this world to conquer or to challenge or to transcend apart from your mind. All your neighbors live here. Your enemies and friends live here. Your gods and demons live here. And yourself, imagined, lives here. So watch him. Just be aware of the energy of it. Feel the pull like that. But just become more and more aware that your watching place is not the thing you're watching. It's not the thing that is moving about. Just remain detached, like you're witnessing. What does witnessing mean? It means the witness is never involved in the scene that it's witnessing. Because the moment you become involved in the scene, you become part of the scene. Isn't it? So the witness has to stand apart. Just keep witnessing first your traffic, the mind stuff, and it's daily. It's your family, friends, job, money, things, weather, everything that's coming up. Just be aware of just in a kind of panoramic openness. But don't be selective, just be. And be aware that you're seeing. But don't link in. And stay like this. Sometimes it will feel like some reflex uncontrollably, and you're in form again. Dancing with the mind, struggling. And then as soon as you see this, don't go, oh no, no. No, just click back into your, just be out of it. And just keep doing that. And by, this is going to strengthen very powerfully. Just keep doing it. 4, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, as you feel. Look. And at some point, you'll feel that the claustrophobia of all this worldly internal and external noise will start to sort of drift away, as though the hands cannot quite touch you, like they're receding, and somehow replaced by a kind of presence. Like you realize you've been numb for a while, and your feelingness for yourself is coming back. You feel just detached, without doing anything particularly, apart from don't stay out of the fire. And you'll feel a kind of a calm space. This is the presence of God in you. You feel, no one has to tell you this is a higher feeling. Not your guru, not the minister, not your goodbye. No one is, no, just within yourself. You feel, and the mind says, let's celebrate. It's a victory, you've done it. No, don't. Just stay. And you'll feel as though you're like space. Not spaced out. You're just like space. The body's here, but it's like space that you experience. And it's very pleasant, very calm. And be with that. And you may feel, oh, I just want to stay. Guruji says 5 minutes. I just feel like staying here. Just be, look like this. Then look and see, is this a measure of time? I say 5 minutes, but here, is there a measure of time? And keep doing this whenever you can. Just sit. Don't tell anybody about it. Just keep doing this. Just keep looking internally. Sometimes a kind of looking where externally your eyes seem like your eyes are open, but your looking is all internal. Just be with this. This is one, if the world of human beings did only this, this planet is already transforming. It's taking on heavenly characteristics. If you do only this, but I have more than this. You do. Who here will do? I will see. You sit with this, sit by yourself in your room, under a tree. Some take a little time, make a choice, just do this. That is your connection with me alive. Do this. And by, what will happen is that your everyday state of personhood, getting on with life, doing the best I can, you know how life is, it's a bit tough, and that will start to dry up and be replaced by a quiet and still sense of being. You don't have to try and control your senses for this. Be with this, and you'll find that life seems to take on more harmony around you without you being a conductor of an orchestra. It just seems like, whoa, you're more in tune, more in touch, something feels nice. It is the life. Life becomes alive in you. And keep doing this. Strengthen your position in this place of I amness. I amness, beingness, consciousness, the weakness, the sense of presence. These are all synonyms for this. You get it? as you keep doing this, and find that the mind cannot catch you so quickly anymore. But don't be pleased. Don't be, oh, I've conquered. Don't do this. Just continue abiding in this conscious witnessing. Then at some point, you may share with me, and I may say, as I'm saying now, at a certain point, before you're observing your mind, watching but not touching, and then seeing that, whoa, all this is watched in a place called presence, just in your beingness. You become more established in beingness. Then as this is becoming more settled in you, start to observe and to witness beingness also. Start to observe beingness also. How you can observe beingness. Just be aware of even witnessing or the sense of being. So when you observe mind without engaging and identifying with mind, without logging into its energy field, you discover yourself as the witness of it, and the witness stands apart also from the sense of person. Now witness the witness, observe a bit more. This is not visual, this is not a visual witnessing, it's more intuitive. And gradually something you go beyond. You have not left the planet. It's got nothing to do with planets. There are no scriptures there. The scriptures are inspired from there into the realm of being, and from beingness it's made for the realm of personhood. You can follow this? Can you put your hand on your heart and say, I dedicate myself to this exercise? Can anybody do it? Yes. And then bless this satsang. Bless this satsang, because this is within your grasp. Rather than tell you about, I could go on and speak wonderful things, and I will, because it comes very spontaneously. But all of them is inside this. And you don't have to speak. You don't have to speak, oh yes, and when I did this, this happened. So maybe with your Sangha friends, you can maybe find it's nice, something wants to share that. But don't be too much in a hurry for that. Really conquer him in your state. Do you want to say something?
I'm just exposing this energy of avoidance here now.
You are exposing?
And offering the avoidance, the energy of
This is universal. This energy of avoidance is keeping the whole world captured. Okay? So you admit it on behalf of everybody. You know, there's an energy that works like this. You know, just put it off a little bit. It creates a sense of uneasiness inside your own being. It's like you're uneasy with yourself. It's more easy to go to the entertainment. And the mind will continue to present things to stimulate you enough to keep you comatized in the world. But mind is only an actor also. God make him to give us trouble so that you will be challenged and you will have to stimulate the urge to transcend it. Because, and this is another wonderful thing I'll tell you, stop looking at your difficulties as, oh, I'm being victimized by life. No, it's the love of God poking you to use your power, which is put inside you, to transcend. Use this. Even if somebody curses you, and by cursing you, and you use it, go inside and transcend. Can you look at the one who cursed you and curse them now? Because they help you to transcend something. So just don't whinge about it. You look, you say, yeah, it's true. I see this thing to distract. We're not going to point finger at you. We say, actually, me too. It happens. I suffer the same thing. You can say like that. So, by someone coming forward, we are happy to say, oh my God, I admire you because you've put to voice what feels concealed in me. But no blame, not asking blame, or you, it's you. No. For me, you is God. For me, you is the self. If I'm going, you are so-and-so, then I hurt you. So that these things happen in a mission, yes, these things come, Babaji, and yes, okay. But even by expressing it now, you take some space back and say, okay, I can watch for that, but don't just watch for that. Sit, like I just told you now, and we are recording this talk. Just go to this part again and listen again. It says, actually, Babaji was talking to me. It's true or not? Yes. Yeah, I'm talking to you. And sit, try it. And why you should try it? What have you got to lose? I'm not sending you, look, for the next 6 months, do this and come back in 6 months. I'm saying, no, do it today. Sit a little bit and see if you can prove if these words I speak, if they have power and if they are true. And I bless you for that. We bless, all of us are blessed for that. Because this world does not need more books and more teachings. It needs to see the evidence of a true living being. Not books. Books are helpful. But you bringing forth that understanding in yourself. That for me is the real gift of life. After hearing this, no one else should put their hand up about something. Just hear and say, oh, I can't wait to sit with this. Because you are listening in this. You're real listening if it is touching your heart or setting your being on fire. It is because of this. Because of this purity within yourself.